Hey guys, so I know the library's closed, but because I miss everyone so much, and especially miss all my geek friends, one, I'm repping the anime kids, so if any of you guys see this, you know what this means. And yes, I named my son after this show. Don't judge me. I can feel it. Two, we're supposed to make videos and everything, and I thought what would be really fun is showing you guys my shame, which is all of my broken D&D minis that just get pretty broken up from the fact that I travel with them. Most of you guys know I do run 3 different D&D games, so most of my stuff's in pretty beaten, battered, bruised, awful shape. So to make my little presentation on, I only do really 2 types of glue. I have the E6000, which is great for big stuff like my Storm Giant, and metal ones as well. Super glue does not tend to hold on metal ones, but for the cheap little super glue pens, and you want the pen, you want the fine tip, it works really well for most of my stuff. So, walk you guys through a few different ones. These are the only ones I could find the pieces for. Shh. Don't tell my husband I'm already in trouble for buying a bunch of minis, because these are really expensive, so that's why I'm mending them instead of buying new ones. We don't talk about that. I'll be in trouble. We have little tiny ones. These are, I don't know. It's black writing on a black base, so I'm pretty sure that says fire bat, but honestly this is ridiculous to try to figure out what that is. Anyway, it looks like the right base. The little stand that broke off, and those go with the just regular super glue. Works great on them. I do recommend getting the pen tip ones, because otherwise you put way too much on. And the worst, these are the easy ones. You do, boop, line it up, see the white bit here, and white bit, just have those separated, hold it in place for a few seconds, and done. And just let it sit overnight. It does not have to be perfect, by the way. Your players, if anybody's doing this, your players won't care if it's not perfect. Honestly, they're just usually happy that you have minis to represent things accurately if you have them. Second one we'll do is a bigger creature. My Baba Yaga. That's not really her name, but I use her for Baba Yaga. I don't know how she broke in half, but she did. She's going to be a little bit trickier. Got to kind of match up her pattern there on her dress, and that's where it's going to get really tricky, because you have to match it up just as perfect as you can, otherwise she won't look right. The humanoid ones are a bit harder if they break in the middle. I am probably going to use, I'm going to say super glue for her. She's just the regular pre-painted ones that come out, but because it's in the middle, I'll probably add quite a bit of super glue. I'm going to try to hold this up so the camera can see it better. But if you have a bunch of minis, I know how expensive they are, so I get that you don't want to really throw them out. You don't really want to, buy new ones. Fixing them is the best way to do it, but the number one thing when you go in here, you have to have so much patience. So much. Is that right? See, I even did this, and I'm just like, no, it looks weird. It looks weird. So angle up a little bit better. Nope, that looked great. That looked great, camera. Close, real close. That looks about right. There we go. Lines in the dresser are lined up. So little reference points are really great. But we're all stuck inside right now. Whoop. Almost let go early. That'd have been bad. We're all stuck inside right now, so little projects like these are pretty good. And I think Baba Yaga's like $20 mini. I don't know. You might want to go fact check me. Go Google it. Whoop. Alright. Well, now Baba Yaga is back in play, much to the sadness of my players. But she will work perfectly, I think. She's a little off. You can try that if you look real close. You can see there's a little bit of glue right around her middle. let that dry overnight, and then if you're really worried about it showing, which again, your players really won't care. If you're really worried about it, you can just go back in there with like a little putty knife or a razor knife. Don't play with these, not safe, but when there was something small and just kind of easily chip it away. So that was easily probably the second hardest one I've got. So I'm gonna go back to an easy one because she's gonna be no fun to play with for a while. So this guy, his feet came completely off the base. I have glued him once already, but I scraped off the glue already with the razor knife that I had earlier just to save time. So it's really hard to tell. He's got like one peg here that goes into one of these holes, but it's not very clear where it is. I guess he's supposed to have another peg on this foot, but who knows where that sucker went. That could be anywhere. It looks like from the way his feet are supposed to be lined up, like they're supposed to go, whoops, like this. Looks kind of right. This one, by the way, is one of the nice ones that have the white text on the bottom for the names. They do make it easier to mend if they've got the white text. Just gonna more super glue. I will probably have to use the E6000 for the last one we're gonna do. At least for this batch. And you see I've got a wyvern here that's in 3 different parts. That's no fun to do for anybody. And I've got a will-o'-the-wisp, and I've got another fire bat, and then the metal one. So if you guys like this video enough and there's no positive feedback, I will do the second batch. Okay. And yeah, you're gonna want to leave these minis dry overnight before you even touch them, because that glue takes forever to dry. Always put the cap back on your glue. That's not the cap. This is the cap. Always make sure you know you're putting the right cap on the right glue. Also important. Otherwise your glue dries out and you've just wasted a lot of money on glue. So this stuff is we don't mess around with that type of stuff. It has literally like warnings about the vapor on the back, and it's very, very powerful stuff. I use it probably far too much for crafting, and I have poked a little hole in there so you can get just the teeniest bit out. But this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the Storm Giant, and it's his lightning that came off. So I had to really look around to see where this was supposed to go, because this doesn't look bad right now. But I do have this random piece of lightning, and this is the only thing I've got that has this lightning, so it had to come from there somewhere. Oh, his sword's a little loose. Oh, maybe it's supposed to rotate. I don't know. Interesting. Anywho, I think from the way it would be, I think it's supposed to look like this. And this is another problem, is I've waited probably too long to do this where I actually know where stuff's at, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to look like this. I'm gonna grab a little bit of glue, and this stuff is the thing that I will have to sit here and hold for a while, because it will just take forever to hold, to bond, and it's gonna sit there. And I think that's about right. With the E6000 glue, you do not have to get perfect. It will make this seal pretty much no matter what you do. It's not gonna, granted you put on enough, but it's not gonna let you mess around with it too much. But with everything that I've got mended here, supplies, most of it, the super glue costs a couple bucks, and these minis are probably $5–10 a pop for the regular ones, and you know, large ones are probably closer to 10. These big ones, this one came in a box of 4 that was probably like $35–40. So it was one of those random packs, blind boxes, that's what those are called. And I'm still not dry yet, so this is kind of why I'm doing him last, is I'm probably gonna have to sit here and actually hold this together for a while before he goes. So come on, just stay on there good enough for me to remove my hand, and then you can sit there all night. Oop. Come on. When in doubt, add more glue. Promise you, the glue is always going to be cheaper than buying a new mini. especially these pre-painted ones. And for any DM who's out there going, oh, I wish I had minis, you don't need them. You can make your own. I just have a problem, and I see really cool minis, and then I want to buy them, and it's a problem. But your players are going to just, usually they're just happy to have a DM or a game to play or anything. And I will be doing a video game tips and tricks here. At least kind of an overview of what I do. Then we will have a live class still for everybody that's still interested in it. We're just going to have to reschedule it because of our closure. Stay. It's like the third coat of glue, but it is going to work. I will make it. And it will like it. And it will stay, and it will look awesome again. And I am hoping I'm doing this right, but if I'm not, it's not the end of the world. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So the DM class I will be hosting. I'm sitting here holding Mr. Storm Giant. I will be hosting it in May, sometime after the mini-con on May 2nd, which is still a go. Free Comic Book Day has been postponed currently, but I will have something. I'll at least have this, the mini-con, the fan art contest. I moved the deadline to the 28th of April, so make sure you get your artwork into me by the 28th. That gives you Monday and Tuesday of us being open from 10 to 8, those 2 days, to get your artwork into me if you haven't already. And the costume contest is still May 2nd. Probably have a few little crafts and things. I might have him, I have to make him supports. He's being tricky with his lightning. Ooh, if you just stay, nope. Just stay there. Just don't even move. So I think that will stay. We will see. I'm doing him again next video. You'll obviously know that, hey, he didn't stay. So hope he does. Cap on the glue. Very important. But, oh no! It's fine. I'm getting distracted. So I'm trying to do 2 things at once and providing commentary when you're doing something as patience. Swallowing as this is not easy. Do not breathe. I might give you just a little coat of glue on your shoulder. Just poof the camera back down here. I'm just giving him a little bit of super glue on his shoulder. It probably won't hold, but I don't really need it to hold. I just need it to sit there and help hold. So this part can blend. So I'm just giving him a little super glue on his shoulder. So lightning can stay there. So this part stays there. It's just a bunch of wibbly wobbliness. Anyway, so I will be doing a little bit of the DMs, tips and tricks, at least just what I do, you know, things I've tried, understanding that there are multiple types of DMs and there is not a one type fits all type of play style for gamers or DMs. I have played with a lot of different characters. Dang it, how does this go on? I've played with a lot of different gamers. Maybe it's supposed to go in this way. Maybe that's why I'm just all messing it up, because it's not going on right. I have no idea how this like we're supposed to go together. I'm literally just guessing. Just stay. Just stay overnight. That's all I want from you. Do the one thing for me, please, Mr. Storm Giant. But yeah, I've played with a bunch of different DMs, and I've played with a bunch of different players. And there is never a one type fits all, you know, DM or anything like that. There's a few different ones. There's gamers that are awesome and totally want to play D&D, and that's the only reason they're there. And they'll sidetrack a little bit, but they'll come back to the main story. And there's other ones that just don't care as much. So I'm going to do kind of an overview of the types of DMs, how to prep, either from a campaign book, which I have, which I'll be showcasing a few that I have, and then, or homebrew, which I've done a couple, but you really have to put the time in for those to work. And, you know, types of gamers you're going to expect by being a DM, especially running your first one. But I'm hoping to get that uploaded soon. It kind of depends on when my 3 children decide to go to bed. Which is why I'm recording this at 9:30 at night. Because my children decided they didn't want to go to sleep, and Much as I love them, I need to go to sleep. Okay, Storm Giant's staying now, so I think he'll be okay. I want to rotate him for the camera. Don't break it. No, God, don't break it. Please don't break it. Don't break it, don't break it, don't break it. Okay. Woo! So, yeah, he's definitely more epic when he's fixed. Looks like my fire bat is a little crooked, but you know what? It's a flying creature, so it's flying at an angle. There you go. Fixed it. Problem solved. Got the, Discari Cultist. I honestly use him for an NPC most of the time. Or, which NPC, non-player character, for those that are watching this and don't know the terms. And then I've got my Baba Yaga. Or, Jarunica? I think they say that? I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. Some of the names in D&D make no sense when you say them out loud. But, fixed them. Saved myself about $50, $60 probably. And I won't have to deal with an angry husband next time I go to the game store and spend $200 on minis, right guys? So, I'm hoping to get some more videos uploaded. All I do is cosplay, anime, D&D, nerd stuff. It's what I'm good at. It's what I'm really, really good at. Quick announcement, I do have the video games coming out. They're ordered, so as soon as we open, we'll probably have them on the shelf. That includes Doom Eternal, which I know just dropped a couple days ago, and all the big YouTubers are playing it. There's new Animal Crossings is out. I know I ordered Final Fantasy VII, so that's out too. So, make sure to stop by us. I'm going to order a few more tonight. And if you have any recommendations, please comment below. Please let us know. I am always looking for video game recommendations, because if we don't have it already, I will get it. So, sorry about the screen reflecting my glasses either. That's the problem wearing glasses, is everything reflects. It's great. And my husband's playing video games, so he doesn't usually don't know his video game on screen. It's fine. Everything's good. Alright, well, stay safe out there, guys. Wash your hands. Follow the CDC's recommendations. I want to see each and every one of you when we open. Each and every one. Nobody gets to not show up and say hello. Everybody has to do it.